Hello guys, this is 90 brake horsepower and I'm Winnie. I'm now here in Morocco. It's North Africa's country, and to be more specific, I'm now here in Sahara. Yes, the Sahara Desert. Hello guys, welcome to 90 brake horsepower, and this is Winnie. I'm now in Morocco, which is located in Africa, and in my back there's a blue town, which is amazing place to be. So this is the second time I've been here. This town is called Shawan. If you are coming to Morocco for touring or traveling, it's a must place to be. So before I start to introduce the bike I have rented for this trip, I would like to make an advertisement for Edelweiss bike travel. In Chinese 雪绒花全球摩旅，你可以搜一下公众号 which is not important for YouTube guys, and this is a company that provides worldwide motorcycle touring or traveling. Wherever you want to go with a motorcycle, you can contact them. They can even customize a special trip for you only. So it's amazing, and I'm lucky to be here with Edelweiss because they know every detail about this trip. What kind of road, what kind of restaurant, and entertainment. So very good. And if you are interested to go somewhere, contact Edelweiss Bike Travel, or in China, contact 雪绒花全球摩旅. Thank you. This is the bike I have rented for the Morocco tour, and this is the 2018, I'm sorry, it's not a 2019 model, Triumph 800, Tiger 800 XCA, Edelweiss Bike Travel. It is a British bike. Actually, during this tour we've been to Gibraltar, which is controlled by United Kingdom. So I actually have ridden this British bike in United Kingdom, which is a very special or unique experience. And speaking of the bike, this bike equipped with a 21-inch front wheel. This is weird because XCA means it's a premium model of Tiger 800, but it is a on-road version of the series. So it makes me a little bit confused because the 21-inch front wheel doesn't really provide me a lot of confidence when we are cornering. In Morocco tour, there's a lot of canyon roads and winding roads. With this tire, this rim and tire, I'm not so confident. And also the front brake are not so powerful, so that keeps me always ready for the rear brake. But the rear brake works very well. I think maybe the problem is that the bike is not equipped with a radio mounted brake, so maybe that's the problem. And for the suspension, equipped with WP front and back, which is nice, very nice suspension, because I think it's front and rear adjustable, but I didn't have a chance to really adjust it. But it goes already very good. It soaks bump very well, and also provides you a lot of support when you are cornering. This is superb, very good. Speaking of the performance, I would also like to talk about the engine a little bit, because I'm lucky enough to try out another 3-cylinder brand, which is MV Agusta. I think the British 3-cylinder engine is not as powerful as the Italian, but it is very torquey when you are doing something like uphill or even off-roading. I think it's very well machined, but it's when you are in winding roads doing some highway, it's really the power is not so impressive. So the number 94 brake horsepower at around 9,000 RPM, and the torque is 78 around the 7,000 RPM, which is very good enough. But it's the same maybe as the Africa Twin, but it's just not that powerful as the MV Agusta. But the good thing is that the engine is very, very smooth. That means even on the highway, it's not shaky. The bike is not shaky at all. So that's a really good thing. It's very good for touring. So I think if you are coming to Morocco, maybe this is a very good bike for you, because there's a lot of road that the road condition is like this on the roadside, and some off-roading is necessary. So there's sometimes 21-inch wheel that helps you a little bit, but not much. This is the distance we've done already, and this is the rev RPM, and this is the speed, and there's clock, and then there's also temperature. So if you press this home button, you can select riding modes. Oh, this is the indicator, I'm sorry. This is all the riding modes that you can select from, and I think you can also select all those three things as you want. ABS, so you can customize your own riding modes. It's a very, very nice thing. And here you can set up some other things like indicator, ABS, enable, disable, traction control, service, and then trip setup, display. So in display you can choose different theme of the screen display. And also here is the brightness, visible Terry, what is that? I don't know. And the language, I'm sure there's no Chinese because it's not yet available in China, the Triumph. And the units, what is units? Oh, so all those things, Celsius, pressure, PSI, clock, date, gear shift indicator, and you can reset all to defaults. That's it. And the riding mode you can select also here during the fly, so you don't have to stop to change the riding modes. All you need to do is close the throttle, and you will finish the changing. Here you can see the high beam, low beam. This is the cruise control, this is mode selection, this is indicator, horn, and also the thing that you can play with. It's like a Game Boy controller. Equipped with this bike, it's also a ass heater, and also the heated grips. It works very well, especially when the rain is coming and the weather is cold. So I like it. I like it very well. The two rear view mirrors are also working very, very good. I think it's a very good bike for long distance touring, but the mirrors are also very important. So that's it. Let's start the bike. Okay, side stand off. So the problem of this bike is the indicator of the fuel amount. It does not very sensitive. So when you top up the fuel tank, it doesn't really go up very rapidly, and this is one of the problems that this bike has. So after 2,400 kilometers of riding with this bike, I would say it is a very good bike for long distance touring. Especially the engine is very smooth, and the bike has no problem at all during the trip. And also the aerodynamic, it's very good protection from the wind that goes directly to you, and also the suspension that is very smooth, very good, and it handles those kind of road very well. The front wheel, and although it is not perfect for the cornering, but I think it's a bike. It's the right bike for long distance touring. Compared to MV Augusta, I would still prefer that one because it looks better. It has more power, and it's just very unique bike. So if you ask me would I put my money on this bike, I would probably say no, because it's not so exciting. It's too heavy for off-roading. It weighs 208 kilogram dry. So if you put all the panniers and the case on it, and you put all the 19-liter fuel in it, I would say it's easily over 250 kilograms. So it's not really a good bike for off-roading. From my perspective of view, I think if the bike doesn't go off-road, or it's not very good at some aspect, it's not worth to spend money to buy it. That's the impression from me about 2018 Tiger 800 XEA. If you are looking for a bike that could take you anywhere in the world, you might have to try out this bike because it's really good for a long distance trip. Okay, that's it. That is all the information, all the fresh memories from me in Morocco, in Chefchaouen. So I hope you like this video, and stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. So Mr. Miracle, why you choose the Triumph Tiger 800 as the bike you guiding the tour?
Because I like the sound of the tiger.
Anything else?
Not in specific.
So that's it.
That's the sound.